Welcome to MMB Live Behind the Track, brought to you by the Memphis Music Bank, also powered by On Location Memphis. I am your host, Margaret Butter MD Deloach. I am also the Content Clearance Advisor for the Memphis Music Bank. And so not only do I ensure to make sure all the paperwork is good, but I actually get a chance to listen to the music before it actually gets into the bank. And so I'm so excited that we have one of our talented musicians as well as our publishers and producers in the bank with us today, Mr. Rowdy of Rowdy Productions. That's with the Z. How you doing, Rowdy?
I'm okay. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for your time and effort, as well as all the work you put into creating great music for the bank. And so for this Behind the Track, I chose one of your lovely instrumentals, and we're going to play it. After we play it, then we're going to get into some Q&A. So the track that I chose for tonight was To Endure for Gold. And gold is spelled G-O-A-L, everybody. So To Endure for Gold. So let's take a listen, and then we'll get back to the Q&As. So, Rowdy, with that song, I know the main reason why I chose it, because it has some similarities of some other music that I've heard, but also it kind of gives a different feel to hip hop, if that makes sense. And so, can you just tell me, like, what was your inspiration behind creating that track?
Really, I was playing a lot of Guitar Hero at that time, so
Mhm.
that's where the guitars come from. And I would listen to live bands a lot, so I just try to make a track that sound close to a live band.
Gotcha, gotcha. Did you make it for like any particular reason, or you just wanted to create? It was just another track that you was trying to create at that time, or was it for a certain project or anything you were doing?
Oh no, it wasn't for a certain project. I was just trying to see if I can make anything close to a live band sound and track. So I just
Now,
I just tried it.
now I know you play a lot of instruments, and so what instruments did you use to play to create this track? I know you said
Um,
guitar. I know I heard a lot of guitar, but what's some other instruments that you use?
drum set,
Okay,
a lot of
okay,
drums, and the horns was actually trumpets and trombones.
okay, okay. What setup do you normally use when you record? Do you normally kind of record your live set at home, or did you, when you recorded this, did you go somewhere else to record it?
No, I was actually at home when I recorded this one.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Did you
yeah, I
did
have
you
an instrument mic as well. So
you say you have a what again?
I have an instrument mic. You know,
Ah,
the not the not the condenser mic, but it's a small instrument mic to record instruments.
okay, okay, okay. So with you producing and making music, now did you co-produce with anybody with this one, or it was all Rowdy?
Now, it was all me.
It was, it was all you, so no help, no assistance, no anything.
Nah, not on this one.
Now, when creating music and creating, because you have in the bank, you have some instrumentals as well as you have songs with lyrics. So with this song, with this instrumental, how do you know that an instrumental, because an instrumental, of course, if people don't know, is different from a song. It's just, just the music. But I know in creating music as an artist, you find yourself not having an end point, or you want to continue to write or continue to, start over. What's your process in making this track as well as other tracks? Like, was it where I'm gonna start with this, and then, how do you know it's completely finished before you say I'm done with it?
Well, with this track, I would actually, like I said, I started off with the guitars first, and I added the drums and the horns.
Mm-hmm.
So once I added the horns into the track, that's when I realized, okay, yeah, I'm making something pretty good. So I can end it off with just the horns. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, where could you see this song being played at in your mind? Where do you see? Because I know where I see it being played at, but where do you see, after the complete product? Where do you see it being played at or being used for? If that makes sense.
I can see it being used for media, like ESPN or VH1, for example. Yeah, like with
Now,
a
do you?
background music for a segment or.
Now, this is one of your hip hop tracks. Now, I know you have your R&B and everything. Do you have any particular, I guess, format that you try to use when creating instrumentals versus versus songs, or is it kind of all the same?
It's all the same.
Okay.
The only difference when I'm doing with vocals, I start off with a melody first, then I put the vocals on top, and I just make the music around the vocals.
Okay. Okay. How long did it take for to endure for gold? Was it like, did you start it at one time and then came back to it, or did you just complete it all together in one take?
No, it was a 24-hour process for that one.
Really?
Yeah, I started, got to a stopping point, then I came back and finished the rest.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so because with that track, and I know there's other tracks that you have, but was it more so getting because you play great guitar, was it getting those riffs right, or was it like, what was your main focus on this track to make sure that it came out how you wanted to come out? I know you said you had the horns in there and the keys and the drum set, but what's that significant thing that you wanted to make sure you had in there?
It was really the drums. I had to make the drum really one instruments.
Gotcha.
So I made sure the drum had a, had a good feel to it to make the track come out,
Uh-huh.
come out more.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, I enjoyed it. It was so, it's hip hop, but it gets a fun feel to it. What's the main thing that you try to put in your music or in your songs to make you as Rowdy Productions stand out? What's that one thing that you try to put in there all the time?
Um, hmm. It would the what make me stand out would be how I use the instruments.
Okay.
How like where this piano come in at this time or this horn part come in. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
basically it's like how I feel with it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Now
it
you
is
mentioned.
more.
Go ahead, Rowdy.
No, I was saying like it's more of a vibe that you would get from a Rowdy production. So
Yeah.
you would
Yeah.
get a vibe, be like, hey, I like this. So you want to
Mm-hmm.
hear more.
Yeah, yeah. Now I know you mentioned a mic earlier. You said you had a mic. What was your setup, or not what was your setup, but what format of software do you normally use when you produce instrumentals or when you make music? What softwares do you normally use? Like, you are in the Pro Tools, or you what do you normally use, or you're familiar with?
I'm familiar with all of them, but it's just for that track I was using Fruity Loops.
Okay.
And right now I'm producing, doing music out of Logic Pro right now.
Okay. Okay. Which one you find easier to navigate through? Which one you just use all of them different for different reasons?
Fruity Loops would be the easiest. I had to learn Logic. It took me a while to learn Logic all the way, but
Yeah.
Fruity Loops would be the easiest, and I would go Logic Nick. So those are the main two I use right now.
Okay. 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 So do you like the two Endure for Go? Do you like what the end result was, or do you feel like I should change that? I need to go back and redo that, or do you feel like you solid with what you had created?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident about
But I enjoyed it. And in my opinion, all your music has a different style to it. It has a bounce come the word rowdy. Rowdy, in my mind, it kind of gives you a feel of things moving and shaking and having some kind of flow to it. And I just listened to this song and it kind of just jumped out to me. So I really enjoyed it. I enjoy all your music. Can you just share one thing that we should be looking out for from Rowdy Productions coming up in these coming months? I know some people quarantine and still shut down and everything, but I know we're still creating during this time. So what are some things that you're working on in the future that we should be looking out for?
I have a project that I'm working on like right now as we speak. Hopefully I can get it released by August or September.
Okay.
I'm working on a project, and I produce a project for an artist named Trills Game. So his project
Okay.
should be coming out next week, probably. If we can
Okay.
get everything, if everything go in order, his project coming out next week.
Okay. All right. That's good. Well, I can't wait to hear it. Do you normally are you do you have certain artists that you work with, or you just kind of work with, all right, you want to work with Rowdy Productions, what you got, we can fix it, we can work with it, or do you only work with certain type of artists or artistry?
Oh no, I can ask to work with anybody. Anybody that want to work, I can work with them.
Gotcha. And that's what producers supposed to say. That's what you're
Right.
supposed to do. It's no push away and break off of, but you relate to that artist or that writer. Now you write as well. I know, like I said, I chose this for the instrumental, but on down the line, because we'll have more of these behind the tracks. If it's not me, it'll be somebody else. But you have some other nice music that I listen to. And I just want to tell you thank you. I enjoy your music. Thank you, and for your time, as well as We have things coming up with the Memphis Music Bank that I know you all are going to be a part of. And so I'm so glad you had time to chat with me today, and we enjoyed To Endure for Gold. Make sure you all go to Memphis Music Bank, that's BANQ, and check out Rowdy Productions. Not only this song, but check out all of their music, as well as we just want to support him. So make sure you go to his Facebook, Instagram, and support Rowdy Productions, and you may need some of his music for your next projects, all right? But thank you again for tuning in to MMB Live Behind the Track, brought to you by Memphis Music Bank, powered by On Location Memphis. I'm your host, Margaret Butter MD Deloach, and we have Mr. Rowdy Productions. Thank you so much for your time.